Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good, Hassan. It's so great to see you. How are you?
Doing great.
So I have to say, I remember for when you were a student on program, and it's so awesome to see you again. You're like an adult. It's crazy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So I'm Virginia or Ginny. I'm the director of student support for AYA for anybody out there who doesn't know me, which is most people. And I wanted to see you introduce yourself.
I'm Hassan. I'm 22 now. I've traveled to the US on the US program in the 2016 till 2017, and I've stayed there with a host family in New York. Like 10 months later, I went back to Egypt and I decided to start my career as a teacher. But I didn't really find myself into this career, so I started like in video creating one. And I've been like working hard to actually like produce content and become a content creator, a big one in the Middle East. So I started doing videos and things worked out, and like here I am.
That's great. Now that you've been home for a few years and you're kind of moving into the next phase of your life as an adult, can you share a little bit about what it was like when you first came on program? Like, how was that adjustment for you?
When I first came to the US, to be honest, I expected to have to be shocked, but I didn't really have the shock, as they say, because like I found it easy to blend in and actually like make friends and stuff. I started that by making presentations like in a comedy way. So, I know comedy is like a good way to connect people together. So that's how I approached so many people. And it was actually easy and smooth and really nice. Of course, except for some parts, like every exchange student's challenges that he or she has to go through. So yeah, after I came back to my country, actually here I got the shock, as they say.
Mm.
It wasn't like I thought that I would be more shocked in the US than in my own country, but things were like actually the opposite. But I dealt with it. It wasn't like the easiest time, but I dealt with it, and right now I'm adapting. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's cool. What about your relationship with your host family? I remember I was lucky enough to also meet your host brother at the time and your host family. How was the process of building a relationship with them, and what is that relationship like now?
Well, I had a 15-day host family, and I had another like the one for 10 months. And actually, I'm in a good relationship with both of them. Carson's, we like at least update each other maybe every other month or something. And for the cybers, like yes, we talk almost daily because like my host brother and I like really close, so we talk a lot. The Carsons actually visited Egypt last summer, and we had a reunion with like yes, my host brother from like it was really so much fun. So yes, I'm happy actually that you're keeping in touch and stuff.
I love to hear that. So now you're home and you have this like really cool internet-based career, and how do you think being an exchange student coming to a foreign country for a whole year, how did that impact your life today?
Getting more exposure on the American culture and like the foreign culture and the diversity and different senses of humor, and also literature, the English literature class. I really love that. Filmmaking and script writing class. It was really amazing class as well. My experience there opened my mind, or actually like maybe see things that I didn't see before. So when I came back here, I had this mindset where I should like think truly, understand, like consider other people's feelings and so on. Like try to produce humor that's actually like everyone can laugh. So it actually impacted so many of my perspectives and my lifestyle and my principles or my like yes principles of treating people and so. So yes,
Sorry, my
something.
clock is going off in the background.
Yeah, very good.
Do you think that that experience and that opening of your mind through your cultural exposure, do you think that's contributing to your ability to connect with people?
Yes, yes. Actually, like meeting so many people from different ethnicities, religions, mindsets, and races actually made me believe that I can connect with all people with the language of humans. Not like you have to be like specific religion or something, but no, you just get to know each other.
That's awesome. I remember when you were on program, you told a story about how you were making friends with other guys at school and your peers were asking you questions like, "Oh, have you ever seen a pizza?" And you were like,
Pizza.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, it was fun because after I came back here, I actually had somehow dumb questions from my Egyptian friends about Americans. So I was like, okay, do not do that again. Let's not go through it this
Perfect.
way. Okay, I don't have to deal with this in two countries.
See, but you're like you're being the bridge. So when you came to the US, you were through the Yes program, which is has a really big social component. How have you used your experience with the Yes program and the alumni network? Have you had the opportunity to like stay connected to those folks and utilize that?
I've been into some alumni unite camp like twice and some other conferences and stuff. Definitely, I have some alumni friends that we keep in touch and we hang out sometimes.
It's such a good opportunity to make a network. What about the social and civic aspect of things? Do you see yourself being able to do that in your career on your accounts and to spread those messages? How will you use that aspect of your experience?
When I went to the US, I didn't really because like I don't know, our schools didn't teach us what bullying is and what sexual harassment is. So as teenagers, we had to face all that and go through it without even knowing what is the phrase that I can say in this specific situation. So when I went to the US, I remember maybe January or something, they had that school assemble,
Hmm.
where they had so many students, and someone talked about bullying and how it affects people. And I was like, okay, so that's what you call it? Okay. Because, yeah, I have been dealing with that. Actually, understanding that and some social differences and accepting other people from other some stuff that I cannot really discuss online, but like I should respect everyone and accept everyone. I tried to, as they say, pay it forward to my students when I was teaching. My students, we had this culture conversations about gender inequality, some problems that face teenagers and youth and so on. So we had some really good circles. And through social media, right now, it's Raising Awareness Month in Egypt on sexual harassment or sexual assault. So actually, yes, like my friends and I, we made a video about like sexual harassment and what to do if something happened and so on. And right now, I'm collaborating with an application that they were just that it was just got released. It's basically to protect victims and connect them to lawyers and stuff. So yes, I find social media pretty effective in like spreading a message or attracting or grabbing people's attention regarding some topic or some like social problems.
Thank you for doing that. I think that's such a great way to put your energy and use your platform. Is there anywhere that folks should go if they want to check that out or support those efforts that you're working on?
Well, assault police are doing a great job in Egypt, raising awareness regarding like women's rights and everything that regards women, as well as like the media itself and some other influencers who actually talked about bullying and made videos and some celebrities like Ahmed Helmi and Mona Zaki and some Egyptian celebrities who actually had this campaign where they raise awareness on bullying and like some other social problems.
Shifting back to the experience of being an exchange student, we are lucky enough to have students who are here on program this year. And in COVID times, that was tough, and we're really excited that
Yeah,
we that we were able to do that. Do you have any advice for students who are still here in the US on program, or for students who might be interested in doing an exchange in the future?
for students in the US right now, do not waste your time hanging out with the same people. That's number one. Number two, have the maximum of friendships and like people, because everyone that you will know, you will learn something from. You will learn a phrase, you will learn a lifestyle, you will learn like anything. So do not stick with the same group of people. That's number one. Number two, spend some time with your host family. These people are actually like really good source to know so many things and change your perspective on so many like aspects. My host family and I, we had so many debates that, for example, we have like a debate on 3 dinners or 4 dinners. Like we discuss it like brutally. So actually, I've learned so many. Yes, like my host mother, Molly, she's like a publisher, so she's a writer. So she's really like I have learned so many things from her. It was hard in the beginning, getting to know each other and understanding the difference in mindsets, but I gave it some time, and I actually like realized the impact that I had from her side. So that's the second advice, guys. The third advice, which is like because I'm sentimental, so try to keep everything simple. Like for example, when I went to my prom, I got the corsage, like I got it back with me. I gave my prom dates, like my flower and stuff, like exchange things and come back because you will have a box that couple years later, when you open this box, you will be like, ah, I remember that. That was amazing. And you will start remembering feelings, not just events where something happened. So it actually helps you remember how long have you gone, how big the difference is in your
Mm.
personality and how you think. And for people who haven't really taken the decision, I was nervous. I had just 5 days till the deadline, and the preparation, like papers and stuff, needed like 5 days or something. So I had basically 5 hours or 6 hours to decide. So I took the decision. To be honest, I thought about like quitting for the after the first camp, the second camp. I was like, it's impossible. And what I'm going to do there, I can just stay here, work here, and so on. But something specific happened that made me actually finish the trip and actually travel. And this thing is the best thing that ever happened to me. Like I'm really happy that this happened and I had this experience. Sometimes I wish that I go back to my experience again with the knowledge that I know right now. So to have like even more, to learn more, to engage more, to not go through the same mistakes twice and communicate it with someone. Okay, so you understand people, you know how to approach someone now, you know how to accept differences. So you will have more of an experience now. So I really wished if I can go back now with the knowledge I have right now.
Awesome. Well, Hassan, thank you again for taking the time to talk with me and share about your experience. I'm so proud to call you a member of the AYA family, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I hope like I visit you guys soon, and like have a visit to the AYA office.
That would be awesome.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.